Bulldog TV welcomes you to the following presentation of the 2024 winter sports season at Centennial High School.
Hi friends, welcome into the broadcast. Brandon Samora, Kendrick Pierce here on Bulldog TV, and we are very excited for a middle school city championship game here live from Centennial High School. Kendrick, we have two awesome teams here. Corwin Cyclones 8-1, the PAA Phoenix 8-1. Both these teams evenly matched. Only one loss for each team came to each other. This is going to be an awesome game.
Yes, it is. I'm suspecting a lot out of PAA and out of Corwin Cyclones. You know, I've not watched a lot of middle school girls basketball, but I've heard a lot about both of these teams, especially this year. So I'm suspecting a big game out of both of them.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. We've got PAA up on the screen now. We'll go through their starters tonight. All 8th graders starting for PAA. Dejanay Arrington, she's number 1, and she's going to get a lot of the touches for the Phoenix. Going down number 11, Kiana Bethy. Dayana Hernandez, number 14. Jalea Washington, number 22, and Gianna Taravella, number 24, will round out the starting 5 for PAA. For the Corwin Cyclones, Tiana Chavez, number 1, Brisella Lerma, Harlow Roman, they're the only 7th grader starting in this game. Rowan Roman, number 11 for Corwin, and Paloma Rios, number 30, the big that will be underneath the basket. She's going to get a lot of the touches for the Cyclones, Kendrick, but both these teams, they're going to play good defense, and both these coaches before the game said they pride themselves in their defense, so I think we're going to have a tough, hard-nosed game out here tonight, and we're going to get some good basketball.
Oh, yes. My motto for basketball is defense wins games. No matter what, if you're playing good defense, then it's going to be a close game no matter what, even if your offense is lacking, because at the end of the day, when that ball is shooting and you can block it, that's good defense. If you can stop it, that's good defense. If you can steal it, it's good defense.
There we go. There we go. And these two teams, I mean, just absolutely outstanding in the work that they've done this year. All their games, other than each other, they've won, and by pretty sizable margins. You know, we were talking to Coach Hutchinson of the Cyclones before the game. He said he hasn't had a team score 50 points in, 10 years, and he had this team score 50 points 3 times this season, and he was so complimentary of his girls and all of this team that he has, and this group that he's kind of built for Corwin. And it's similar on the PAA side. All these teams really pour their hearts into this season, and these teams don't get a lot of games, so these games that they do play, it really matters, and it's going to be super awesome. And these games are going to be really good tonight. This team championship, it's going to be close. We're going to have a good game on our hands.
Oh, yes. It's going to be a very good game.
And so we've got starters going in the court now, and they're getting announced in there. Big celebrations here for our middle school championship. We had the JV championship just before this, and so that was an awesome time. The gym's been full all night. The crowd's been echoing through the halls of Centennial, and it's going to be awesome. Kendrick, what do you think are the keys to the game for Corwin, a team who they may not rely fully on one superstar scorer, but they're going to get the ball around? What do you think they need to do offensively to win this game and to put themselves in a position to win this game?
The first time I watched and I commentated, I said pacing. And I said that you can never play at the other team's pace, and that you got to play at your own pace. So tonight I feel like Corwin has to play at their own pace. Like you said, they scored 50 points 3 times this season. But to them, I feel like they don't want to get too ahead of themselves and try to overestimate or underestimate Pueblo Academy Arts. I feel like knowing that they have beat them once, they're going to go with that mentality of like, oh, we could beat them again. but not to underestimate them because we have lost to them. So I feel like if their offense is able to set those plays and run those offensive sets, then they'll be pretty good, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And so on the flip side, right, so we've got this one team that, they're going to spread the ball around, and they're really going to, like you said, they're going to try and not go at that same pace at PAA. But now PAA on the flip side, you have Dejanay Arrington, and the ball's going to flow through her, right? She's going to be at the one at the point. She's going to be, she's going to be the Luka. She's going to be the LeBron. She's going to get a majority of those touches. And I think one of the biggest things for Corwin maybe is just going to be, not getting ahead of themselves and not focusing too much on Arrington, even though she's going to get a lot of those touches. There's probably going to be some double teams. Corwin has to stay within themselves because this PAA team, they're going to run the offense through Arrington, but they're going to score a lot of points, and they're going to get after it.
And yes, and it comes with a lot of reputation guarding a big name. DeAndre Arrington, having such a big reputation within this Pueblo community of being a top scorer for Pueblo Academy of Arts. So I think that having such a big reputation, it kind of puts a big bullseye on your back, like you can name any NBA player, like when you look at a logo, like you look at the Lakers logo, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal. That's a big target on their back when they play their games because you know that those players are going to perform very well every night. So when you look at Pueblo Academy of Arts, you're looking at DeAndre Arrington running that point and scoring a lot of baskets, putting up a lot of assists. And so I feel like if she's having a bad game, we're going to look at PA having a little bit of a rough game, setting their offensive schemes up.
Yeah, she's going to have to get going early, right? That offense is going to go through her. But also on the flip side, we can't take too much credit away from the Cyclones. Number 30, Paloma Rios, you'll see she'll be close to, I think, her and Kiana Bethy are pretty close in height, but Paloma Rios, number 30 for the Cyclones, she's going to get a lot of touches down under for the Cyclones. They're going to play on those blocks. They're going to try and get it off the glass. And one of the things Coach Hutch said is, he wants them to use the backboard. He wants them to put it on the glass. He wants to put their shots up and play underneath the basket. So we're going to see Corwin really try and play inside. And I think if they can take a hold of the paint, if they can take control inside, it's going to be tough for PAA. I think they might have to open it up a little bit, maybe play a little bit more team basketball, maybe move it around a little bit to match that pace because I think Corwin, they're going to find their groove early because they're going to be playing under the basket. If PAA misses some shots, maybe loses some momentum, kind of like that, I think that's where we could see that pacing change. So I think both these teams bring different attributes to the game, and it's just going to be super, super awesome. And so when you look at this, this moment, both these teams 8-1, played each other twice already. What's going through your head when you're stepping on this court right now? This is the city championship right here for middle school for this year. What's going through your mind right now, Kendrick? What are those girls feeling down in the court right now?
If I'm a player on the court and, being both 8-1, both our losses being the same team, I'm thinking, man, we just gotta play one game at a time. And this is the last game, so we got to go hard.
Yeah, we're going to take a break to our national anthem right now.
And now the introduction of the reserves for the Corwin Cyclones. Number 2, Grace Joshua. Number 12, Austin Shia. Number 13, Paulo Soto. Number 14, Latino Prep. Number 50, Adriana Uhendra. And number 22, Yoreli Rainbow. And now the starting lineups for both teams. First, for PAA, number 1, D60. For Pueblo, number 1, Tiana Chenoway. For the Phoenix, number 11, Tiana Latino. For the Cyclones, number 3, Priscilla Luma. For PAA, number 14, Diana Hernandez. For Corwin, number 10, Paulo Roma. For the Phoenix, number 22, Julia Washington. For the Cyclones, number 11, Rowan Roma. For the Phoenix, number 24, Gianna Tuna. For the Corwin Cyclones, number 30, Calamari.
Awesome. Well, friends, welcome in. If you didn't hear the pregame, welcome in, welcome in. Brandon Samora, Kendrick Pierce on Bulldog TV for our middle school, our Pueblo Middle School Girls Championship, Varsity Championship. Corwin Cyclones 8-1, coached by John Hutchinson, taking on the 8-1 PAA Phoenix, coached by Jared Washington. Both these teams faced off twice in the regular season, both splitting that matchup 1-1. Looks like Kiana Betha out there for the Phoenix, and then Paloma Rios out for the Cyclones for the tip. And we're away in the first quarter. Tip goes to the Phoenix, and quickly it's got in by Arrington. She's going to shoot a long 2 and miss that.
I believe there was a little block there. Now Cyclone ball, lost the ball, out of bounds.
Say that one looked like maybe it went off a heel, maybe there on the,
I think so.
kind of towards half court, and so this one's going to stay Cyclone ball. Cyclone's going to move it around and then try and get it under, but a steal, and that one's going to be swallowed up by the Phoenix again, and trying to move it up the floor quickly outside of the wing, and then again to Arrington. She's going to drive, off the side of the backboard, and a good rebound there from the Cyclones. And now the pace, and no, that shot from Betha misses, and this ball is going to stay down on the Cyclone side of the floor.
Brandon, I have a question for you. Do you think that, playing on a different court rather than their home court or middle school court, such as Centennial, is going to be a big impact on these girls tonight?
I think it is, because a lot of those smaller middle school gyms, and we're not talking trash on the middle school gyms. We're just saying this brand new nice gym here at Centennial, it does. There's a little bit more room behind the basket, and that's going to mess with the shooting. It's going to mess with your depth of field. And wow, that one there from Arrington. Already, I mean, she's shown her impact. We are barely through the first quarter, but that's a great steal there from Roman, and she's going to take it up the floor, and that's going to be a foul, our first foul of the game, called underneath, and looks like that's going to be Cyclone ball, that foul.
You know, Roman taking a little tough hit trying to guard Neonjay Arrington. You know, just getting right back up, getting into the game, getting a steal. Love to see that type of hustle.
Foul for the Phoenix called on Gianna Taravella. Like we said, the first of the game and her first of the evening. First shot was missed for Rowan. 0-1 at the line, and great replay here of the move up the floor, and then, yeah, that arm came down just over the top there, and just a little too much contact. And still 0-0. Roman missed the second free throw there as we were checking out our graphic. And so ball inbounded here, and the Phoenix quickly running shot there, and that one's no good from Taravella.
Is it up and down?
There we go. That'll be a foul there on the Cyclones. So that foul goes on Harlow Roman, like we mentioned in the pregame. The only 7th grader to start this game. Quickly inbounded to Arrington, and Arrington had the whistle.
I believe. There's a reach and fell on Tiana Chavez, I believe.
Be her first against Corwin for those keeping track at home. Packed house here at Centennial for this championship game, and Phoenix moving around up top. Taravella inside, and that one mishandled, and the Cyclones come away with it. Quickly up the floor now, Tiana Chavez. Moving the ball around nicely are the Cyclones here. That shot no good. Rebound Phoenix, and they retain possession.
Like you said, I think the Cyclones are looking for a more in the paint type option than to shoot around the perimeter tonight. So as you see, they're not taking too many shots or trying to take as many chances outside the perimeter and get it into, at least into the paint or at least into the key.
At the end of that last possession, that was a great rebound from Harlow Roman. And they're gonna work it around here, trying to get it inside, and finally the Cyclones get it inside, but that first shot was missed. We had a whistle down underneath.
I believe it was a push in the back.
Wow, and that's going to be an offensive foul there on Paloma Rios, and her first, Cyclones second. Travel called on PAA. 2 mental mistakes here by both teams, Kendrick. We had the double dribble from the Cyclones and now the travel from PAA. A lot of, I don't want to say mental mistakes going on right now, but just maybe some nerves that we're seeing out of both of these teams here in this first quarter.
Yes, I think, you know, it being a regular season, you don't really see too much people come out, you know, like your schoolmates come out, or, you know, just random lovers of the sports, you know, coming out. But now that this is the girls D60 Pueblo City Championship, you know, there's a lot more people here.
A lot more people here. Middle of the first quarter here on Bulldog TV. We'll take a short break and we'll be back at the middle school girls basketball championship from Centennial. Welcome back, friends. Still middle of the first quarter here from Centennial. Brandon Zamora, Kendrick Pierce on Bulldog TV calling our girls middle school championship. 3:24 left in our first quarter. And the Cyclones holding possession, but a steal there by PAA, and who would have guessed it? Dejanay Arrington is going to come away with it for the Phoenix, and quickly she moves it inside, and a missed shot there, and another one missed inside for PAA. But that one's going to go off of the hand of Paloma Rios, so this one's going to stay Phoenix ball down on their side of the floor.
No, Paloma Rios is very good at rebounding so far from what I've been seeing in this game. They're running a lot of offense into the paint. The Corwin Cyclones are, and I believe we're going to see a lot out of her tonight.
A lot out of her, and that one went off of the hand of a Phoenix player inside. That one's going to go Cyclone ball, and a couple more missed shots from Dejanay Arrington. Just trying to find the flow. Like we said pregame, Kendrick, she's going to have to find her rhythm because that offense runs through her, and she hasn't here in this first quarter. But Cyclones moving the ball around on the outside here. That shot looked like maybe it had a hand on it or a block, but the rebound inside from Rios was awesome and kept possession there for the Cyclones. Still in control of it.
That's very vital, especially for tonight. You know, this being the big championship game, rebounding is key.
And that three, no good. But again, the offensive board is held in by the Cyclones, and two girls on her, and Rios is going to get she's going to draw the foul there, and good work again. I mean, it's so hard, especially at this middle school age, Kendrick. There's not a lot of girls that have that height, and Paloma Rios has got it, so she's certainly going to draw a lot of attention from those Phoenix defenders.
Oh, yes, especially. I know that the Corwin Cyclones coach was very proud to see Paloma Rios come out. You don't get a lot of tall talent, especially in middle school, whether it's the boys or the girls coming out. So,
and Rios makes the first, misses the second. 1 for 2, but our first point of the game is scored by the Cyclones. And this ball is going to go to the Phoenix off of that inbound, and Arrington bringing it up here. Left wing, right wing, now inside, and a great steal from the Cyclones. And the whistle there, that steal was from Bracella Lerma.
Both teams are playing great defense so far. You know, there's been no presses, no man, just great zone defense.
A foul for the Phoenix was on Dayana Hernandez, her second. Phoenix have 3 fouls to the 1 for the Cyclones. Ball moved inside. Rios, and that one had some hands to go in on it. And this one is going to go Phoenix ball. Still a tight game here in the first, 1-0 after Paloma made the first free throw, missed the second for the Cyclones. Oh, and we'll get a great look at it here on our replay. But just a great move inside to draw that foul. Again, just so many people have to go to the fence of Paloma Rios, Kendrick. She is such a weapon offensively.
Such a weapon. And now here with the fast break for the Cyclones and a missed basket made from, I believe, number 1, Tiana Chavez.
And this ball is going to stay with PAA. And, you know, before the game, obviously both these two teams, very high scoring, but both these coaches said they prided themselves on their defense. That's what they were going to lean on tonight. And it's certainly showing here with our 1-0 scoreline. Great rebound in the putback. Great play inside from, should we say, the big of PAA Phoenix, Kiana Betha. And that was a great bucket from her. And one potential here, and a great chance already taking the lead to add on another one to it.
And you know, we love to see these types of plays. We love to see the bigs get down, get low, get dirty. You know, a lot of people don't really appreciate the bigs because, you know, they're doing a lot of the dirty work. That, you know, they're dishing out the passes to get back, you know, to the offense, you know, get the rebounds, make sure no one's coming driving in the lane, take a charge, you know, so.
And the shot there, but the great offensive board and the putback from Betha and the and one. Great move inside to take the lead for the Phoenix.
And you know Betha definitely has that common challenge rival goal from number 30, Paula Rios of the Cyclones. You know, coming into this game, very regarded center within the Pueblo community, especially for girls basketball. So, you know, she's coming in this game, you know, playing twice already. Knowing her moves, she's trying to have a big game out of this big rivalry that they have.
Lerma missed the first and the second, so still our same score line, and we've got a jump ball underneath the basket. Possession arrows favoring PAA, and we've got roughly about 30 seconds left here in our first quarter. We have some stoppage here, whistles here on the inbound. We'll reset. Substitution here for the Cyclones. Yarnelli Framer is going to come in for the Cyclones. And looks to me that Paloma Rios is going to sit down. So big for big there on the sub. First substitution of the game, and good rebound there for the Cyclones, but ball's on the floor, and PAA keeps possession. Great hustle there from the Phoenix.
And there's a travel from PAA, and is now back to Cyclones ball.
36 seconds left here in our first quarter, and again, just more of those mental mistakes like we talked about, Kendrick. Just a couple little ones happening and a couple turnovers here and there, but Cyclones looking to right the ship. Runner no good for Corwin, and the rebound goes to the Phoenix, and a little scary there for Arrington, but she controlled the possession.
Now trying to get that ball, and maybe this is a 3-ball?
Oh. Put back no good inside, and the rebound goes defensively to Corwin. And first quarter quickly approaching its end here, and that shot no good. Great steal, and the basket
at the buzzer. Wow.
Corwin takes the lead at the buzzer at the end of our first quarter. Harlow Rowan, again, the lone 7th grader to start here in this championship game. She gets the bucket to push the lead over into the Cyclones' favor. 3-2, they lead the PAA Phoenix here in the middle schools championship here at Centennial. We'll take a short break and be right back here on Bulldog TV. Back here for the second quarter, and a huge basket there for the Cyclones. Big basket there. Ball moved inside for PAA. That shot from the elbow is good for the Phoenix.
Nice little fadeaway.
6-4 here is your score line, and the Phoenix now scoring with the Cyclones, as I think this offense could be a slippery slope to come here in the second. Cyclones got it up top, moving it to the right side there. Lerma's going to drive in, and that one's going to go out of bounds, but it's going to stay Cyclone ball. So our big for the Cyclones still out, Paloma Rios, and oh, this great replay here. Great move inside. Great shot there. The fade away from Betha again. And PAA, 4 points courtesy of Kiana Betha.
Both points. Never mind. Most of the points for PAA until DeAndre Arrington comes in and makes a lay.
Here we go. Arrington gets on the board, leading scorer for the Phoenix. She's one that routinely can touch 20 a game, so curious to see her get going here. And that one inside, mishandled, but the Cyclones keep on it. Great hustle play there from Yarnelli Framer. And a big three for the Cyclones off front side, but rebound sticks with the Cyclones. Oh, and a hard foul there as Rowan Roman hits the floor. And it's going to be shots here at the line for the Cyclones. Chance to break this tie. We're sitting at 6 here, start of the second quarter, between Cyclones and the PAA Phoenix. Kendrick, we're picking up the offense here in the second quarter. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yes, very low offensive scoring game in the first quarter, but the second quarter has been very more fast-paced, a lot more buckets. You know, we've seen, I believe, 2 more, a layup now, and the 3-pointer from the Cyclones earlier. And now, you know, we're back on the free throw line.
Oh, and the great move there from Chavez rolling in, and second one no good. We're still at a 6-6 tie, and that rebound goes to the Phoenix, and really moving it up the floor fast. Oh, and there we go, yep. Saw the toes there. Just a step too far for Dejanay Arrington, and that's going to be a costly turnover.
Me personally, I'm not a big fan of the quarterback passes within playing basketball. Unless the lane is open, I really believe in throwing the ball like that.
Great defense there from the Phoenix, and I was going to say, are they going to get possession out of this? No, but good news there for the Cyclones that they retained it. When a player like that's getting trapped, you got to go to your teammate. You got to find them. They can't see you. You got to go to them. And the Cyclones, again, losing possession. A lot of turnovers here from these two teams, Kendrick. These two teams that don't have a lot of turnovers normally are, they've had a lot here in the first half.
You know, I'm thinking since it's a championship game, there's a lot more, you know, stress. There's a lot more pressure. And, you know, there's a lot more people watching you. That pressure is going to get to you every single time. And, you know, I feel like they haven't dealt with too much pressure within the season so far. But, you know, coming into the championship game, there's some pressure sometimes.
Deep three is missed from Arrington, and the rebound still goes to the Cyclones. It was in the hands of Rios and came out, but great basket from Bracella Lerma as the Cyclones take the lead here, 8-6 in our second quarter. And we're going back and forth here. We've had lead changes all throughout this second quarter after just our 2 in the first, Kendrick.
Yes, we have. Now there's a tie ball.
This one's going to be the Cyclones.
It's going to be
yes, yeah, it's going to be the Cyclones. So possession arrow for. Oh, did we just get a reversal? Great move here from the Cyclones. Great ball movement. Great team basketball. What a bucket there from Priscilla Lerma.
Like you said, Corwin is not shellfish to share the rock. They're going to pass it no matter what. And, you know, they're going to make sure that everyone gets a chance, you know, to at least shoot the ball or at least have open looks.
Inside, great move inside. That was Framer, the second big for the Cyclones, and she's on the board, her first basket of the evening, and Cyclones extend this lead to 4 here in the second. Had a whistle.
I believe it might be. Actually, I'm not sure what call that was.
And the Cyclones, unselfish basketball here. Just great ball movement inside, great feed. And just like they talked about pregame, Kendrick, they're going to feed it inside for the Cyclones.
And what do you think about the too big look for the Cyclones? You know, PA not having a lot of size, so they're throwing both their bigs into the second quarter. What do you think about that?
I think it could be a difference maker for the Cyclones. You know, like we said, don't have too much size on this PA lineup, and you don't have a lot of size in middle school as is. 2 bigs in there is a big advantage that a lot of teams don't have.
Yes.
Inbound here for the Cyclones, successful. And that shot, no whistle, but a great offensive rebound. No good for the Cyclones, and that one is going to go out of bounds off of a white shirt. And this one is going to be PAA ball here in the second. 10-6, they still trail by 4. And Arrington, only 1 basket up to this point, but she's going to get hot here shortly. I just feel it, and that one inside stays Phoenix ball.
And you know, like we said, if the rhythm of DeAndre Arrington isn't there, I believe that the rhythm of PAA is a little bit janky. It's not too smooth, you know, as that is their main contributor, the main flow setter.
And that one, again, almost stolen on the inbound, but Arrington kept possession. She drives in. That floater, no good. And a great defensive rebound there inside for the Cyclones. Quickly moving it up the floor here. Lerma the finger roll, and that one's good. Her second bucket of the evening, and a quick 6-point lead now for the Cyclones.
No. PA not having too many baskets made this second quarter, you know. we're seeing a lot more out of the Cyclones this quarter, but still.
Cyclones
It's going to be a close game.
Very close game here in the second. Our middle school girls championship here, live from Centennial High School, and a great look at this feed up the floor. Get it inside to Lerma, and the finger roll there. Fantastic from these Cyclone ladies. 6-point lead here in the second. It was tied at.
You can't get too locked up watching the ball when you're driving down the court trying to stop a fast break, and I believe that was the crucial mistake that they had made. And they didn't see that number 3, Brazila Lerma, was going down as she made the first, and now she makes her second free throw as she ascends the lead to 14.
And great numbers there at the line. Made the first, made the second. Now up to an 8-point lead are the Cyclones, excuse me. And the Phoenix need to get a moving offensively here. That one in and out of the hands. And again, just one of those turnovers that you can't have in a moment like this, Kendrick.
No, being down now by almost double digits, in the championship game, the pressure is just adding up. And, Corwin's starting to kind of take this one away, and you don't want to see that. And there's another mistake made.
And the quick transition foul there and the whistle. And we're seeing this run now. We're seeing this big run from the Cyclones. We see another foul here on PAA. And that foul, Kennedy Reeder, her first. Basketball's a game of runs, Kendrick. And right now, Corwin is dictating the pace. They're on this run, and they are not going to give it up. PA needs to do something big here in these next couple possessions to try and take back this momentum, get a run back on their side.
Yes, like I said, cannot have.
And a bucket there from PAA. They cut the lead to 6, 14-8. Quick basket inside. That one's no good. Another shot attempt, no good. Rebound goes PAA. 17 seconds left here in the first half. Arrington quickly up the floor. She's going to drive in from the right. Smooth like butter there. Cut it to a 4-point lead. 14-10.
And just like that, a run can stop and it can start another run.
Oh, and nearly at the buzzer again were the Cyclones, but they're going to retain their lead going into halftime, 14-10. The Cyclones lead here after 2 quarters at Centennial for this girls middle school basketball championship. What a game it's been here so far, Mr. Kendrick. Just absolutely fantastic. And we're going to take a short break here from the studio, and we're going to be back with some great highlights of the first half and an awesome interview live from courtside. So we'll take a short break, and we'll be back here on Bulldog TV. Welcome back, friends. Halftime here at Centennial. Brandon Samora, Kendrick Pierce on Bulldog TV, and we've got an awesome performance here from our PAA cheer team. We're going to get a great performance here. Halftime lead currently stands 14-10 in favor of the Cyclones.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for the Pueblo Academy Awards cheer team.
And that was your Pueblo Academy of Arts cheer team performance. Very good. Very well done.
Now, Kendrick, that first half was awesome. I mean, we had some great offense, and especially in that second quarter, the Cyclones ended on a 10-2 run over the Phoenix. That last basket, obviously, getting them up to 10 and cutting it to 4. But what did you see out of the first half, Kendrick? And what was a surprise to you, and maybe what was to be expected?
What was to be expected was a very well defensive scheme from the Cyclones to stop the rhythm of DeAndre Arrington. What was unexpected to me was seeing the double bigs from the Cyclones. But, you know, we're giving a lot of praise to the Cyclones, you know, with that big old run. But the Pueblo Academy of Arts also are having a good game. You know, being down by 4, that run was very big, but still, you know, keeping their heads up and not letting, you know, the score get to them. Making those 2 crucial layups before the second quarter ended to cut the lead down to 4. And now we're going to cut to some first half highlights.
And it was a great first half indeed. Just absolutely outstanding play on both sides. Great play inside here for the Cyclones. We saw a lot of misses in the first half, but we also saw a couple great putbacks, and that one was from Kiana Betha of the PAA Phoenix. And oh my goodness, that steal and that bucket inside for the Cyclones was so crucial at that point of the game.
You know, Harla Roman using her eyes, using her speed to get to that ball.
And that ball, the elbow shot there from Betha, another great play from the Phoenix, and then again, just Arrington taking control there on that layup like she has all season long. Just great, outstanding play from both teams here. Oh, and the feed inside there was so good. Framer, the second big for the Cyclones, put that one up and in, and then oh, the sweet finger roll from Brisella Lerma. So good. And we have an awesome moment right now. Miss Bella Vigil down courtside, and she has Brisella Lerma from the Corwin Cyclones. And we're going to get a great moment from Miss Bella Vigil down courtside. She, unfortunately, Miss Lerma had to go back to playing the game, which, understandable. We're in the middle of a championship here. Kind of a lot of at stake, Kendra.
Yes, there's a lot at stake. You know, only being up 4 points, you can't let the gas pedal just go just yet. You got to keep full throttle, go all the way till the last buzzer.
And I think, again, we talked about it a little bit when we went first quarter to second quarter, but I think that first quarter, I think that was all nerves from our girls, because we saw a lot of defense, but we saw a lot of missed shots. We saw a lot of turnovers. And that second quarter, we got so many points. I mean, we had 5 points scored in that first quarter, and then we got all the way up to 14-10 at the end of the first half. So,
and yes, I believe now that, you know, they already gone a full half. The second half's going to be a lot more scoring and, you know, a lot less errors.
And the Cyclones get the inbound here at the start of the third, and nearly a quick turnover there, but that's going to be a whistle there on the Phoenix, and that fall is going to be on Jalea Washington.
It was a little push from Jalea Washington when she was trying to shove her feet, lean a little too much with her body.
Shot from the elbow, no good, and rebound is defensive in favor of the Phoenix. Still 14-10 here, start of the third. Our middle school girls basketball varsity championship here on Bulldog TV, and the Phoenix, Arrington, taking it up the floor. She shoots it, long two. That one goes. Arrington making it happen.
A little jump stop. And, you know, this is the start that PA wants to get back into the game. You know, having offensive errors, and there's a block.
Huge block inside for the Phoenix, and a great turnover here. Oh, and that one, just a little bit of a mental error there from Arrington. That one looked like it went off of her toe out of bounds. And this is going to be Cyclone ball.
And, you know, this is exactly the rhythm that PA wants, though, still. Even though they just made that another dribbling mistake.
Oh, and that block from Betha right there was.
I was about to say, yeah, that block from Betha was nice. You know, just watching the defender, watching her eyes in the ball, just putting her hand up, getting right into it.
As advertised, and there's going to be a whistle there. This looks like this is going to be offensive foul on the Cyclones.
And, you know, the Cyclones' offense coming into the third quarter is not looking too good, you know. They've been stolen, they've been blocked, and now there's a travel call. You know, maybe they're feeling a little too comfortable with the 4-point lead.
Long two, no good there from Tiana Chavez, and called that a travel there on the rebound. So that one is going to go Cyclone ball. Wow. So the rebound was Phoenix, but then the travel caused the turnover. So now the Cyclones getting it back under their side of the hoop. Big chance here to expand as this lead has been shrunken now just to 2 as at the start of the third. And a steal there from the Phoenix. Great defensive play. And a steal right back for the Cyclones. No one's on Tiana Chavez. And she missed it, but the putback. No good, but a whistle there on the putback. It's going to be shots at the line here for Rowan Roman.
You know, those layups are very crucial, especially within a tight game like this. Only up 2 points. But, you know, she still gets the rebound and gets another layup. But now these 2 points are very crucial.
First free throw was missed there from Roman. 4:26 left here in our third quarter. Remember, 6-minute quarters here at the middle school level in Pueblo. Second of 2 shots. And that one was missed, but the rebound offensively for the Cyclones. Out to the wing, now inside to Rios, and another whistle there. As again, wow, no, not a whistle underneath, but a travel called on Paloma Rios. So instead, that possession is going to go to the Phoenix here, and a big turnover there as the Cyclones had chances to expand the lead, and now nearly tied it up was Arrington, but the putback, no good, and another offensive board for the Phoenix, and a jump ball. That one's going to go to the Cyclones off of the jump ball. PA will get the next one, but possession again to the Cyclones. Very similar, Kendrick, our first quarter to our third quarter. Kind of a slow start to both these teams as they're, coming out of the locker rooms, just trying to find their rhythm.
Yes, and I believe this first quarter is, this third quarter is just kind of identical to the third, you know. Restarting the pace, trying to build that momentum back up. There's been a lot of traveling, a lot of double dribbles, a lot of steals, you know. There hasn't been a smooth flow between either offense yet. But, you know, we'll see, as there's only been one basket made. Never mind. There's been two, as, you know, DeAndre Arrington made a nice little basket in the corner.
And a great bucket there from the leading scorer, and looked like a travel there on the call. Yeah. It's going to be Phoenix ball here, as that pass resulted in a travel by Rowan. So Phoenix ball here. Substitutions for the Cyclones as well. Bracelo Lerma, and Rowan coming out. No substitutions, just a timeout. And we're going to take a short break here on Bulldog TV. We'll be back with the rest of the third quarter here in just a moment. Hi friends, welcome back. 3:37 left in our third quarter here at the Middle School Girls Varsity Championship, live from Centennial on Bulldog TV. Brandon Zamora, Kendrick Pierce, and we've got, like we said, 3:37 left here in our third, and PAA controlling possession, and that shot no good, but a foul. And so it's going to be shots at the line here for Dejanay Arrington. She's had a great first half and a great second half. She's been the leader here for the Phoenix in this game and all season. Her first shot at the line. Missed it. Still a tie game here, 14-14 in our third quarter.
You know, this is a tough shot from DeAndre Arrington right here. Or maybe not. Maybe that was the foul call right there.
Made the second, and the lead is taken by the Phoenix. 15-14, 1 point lead here in the third. Shot no good, and the rebound is Phoenix ball, but another travel on a rebound for the Phoenix. So that's two now in the third that the Phoenix have gotten the defensive rebound and then gave it away on the travel. That three no good from the left side, and that rebound goes to the Phoenix. 1 point lead here for the Phoenix, and that one in and out of the hands of that Cyclone, and it's going to stay PAA ball. 3:10 left in our third quarter. 1 point lead for the PAA Phoenix over the Corwin Cyclones.
And like I said, I'm not a big fan of these quarterback passes because, you know, there's a lot of mistakes and a lot of crucial errors that can happen within the quarterback pass. Even though it's still PAA ball, you know, you're kind of like losing your momentum a little bit by chopping up your offense and, you know, getting that, you know, out of bounds call or, you know, reach and foul. And so we'll see what happens.
Looked like it went off of, you know, so I was going to say a Cyclone hand. So that one's going to stay PAA ball. Arrington up at the top. Takes it right and off the glass, no good, but I thought that was an offensive board for a second. It was defensive for the Cyclones, and another travel there. As we've seen so many of those mistakes that at this point in the season, you just can't be making those, but these girls, lot on them here. This is their last middle school game altogether, last championship for a lot of these girls, so a lot at stake here for all these girls on the court. PAA, a big three there. That one's no good. And Arrington, a tough board, and she gets it. The turnaround J. Fantastic from Arrington, and she's going to extend this lead to 3.
Arrington now with, I believe that is her 6th basket of tonight. And there's not even.
That was close.
That was very close.
Kendrick.
I thought that might be a backcourt violation, but maybe not.
I don't know
And
how
wow.
they didn't, and that one's going to go out of bounds.
There was a block by, I believe that is number 10 of Hollow Rowan of the Cyclones. But, man, let's talk about DeAndre Arrington in this third quarter,
Oh, my goodness. That shot was so good from her. That shot was so good.
Very good. Putting up all points for PAA in the second and in the third, the second half. And she's just showing why she's a bucket.
She is an absolute walking bucket. And so that's going to be a foul on Kiana Bethe. She takes the foul there for PAA. And Priscilla Lerma at the line for the Cyclones. And there we go. First one's made, first points of the second half for the Cyclones here. 2-point lead for the Phoenix. Lerma's second is good. She makes both. 1-point game as Cyclones are finally getting the offense rolling. And quickly, Arrington up the floor. That shot no good. And the rebound for the Cyclones, but again, off of what looked like maybe a knee or a shin there. It's going to stay Phoenix ball after that little skirmish in the middle of the floor. And Arrington again controlling it. Quick inside pass. No good on the shot, but the rebound keeps possession for PAA. A three. Arrington! Dang! Another one. Wow, Arrington extending this lead now to 4 after that tray. And that's her first 3-ball of the evening.
And oh, never mind. I was going to say that the Cyclones' only basket has come from free throws this third quarter. But, there goes number 2, Grace Joshua, coming in with a nice 2-point jump shot.
And that one looks like it's going to be Cyclone ball. And like you said, a great bucket there from Grace Joshua. And fantastic offensive play all around. Again, like we said, they're picking up the pace here in our third quarter. Just down 2 are the Cyclones, 18-20 to the PAA Phoenix. And Cyclones moving it up the floor. Long 2, no good off back iron. And again, the rebound, Arrington. Up the floor, inside, in and out of the hands, but somehow the Phoenix keep possession. And that bucket, no good. 50 seconds left here in our third quarter. Cyclones up the floor and a foul going up to the basket. These shots at the line here for the Cyclones. Shots at the line again for our Cyclones.
And I think, in my opinion, personally, if I'm the coach of PAA, for one, that's a great foul. You just don't want to give up any free basket. So if you can stop the momentum of that person, then you want to stop it. But let's take a break and let's look at the 3-pointer from DeAndre Arrington, as I would like to call this a certified main special.
Wow, just so smooth there from Arrington. Missed the second free throw. The lead stays at 1 for the Phoenix, 20-19. And are we going to get a jump ball? No, another travel called here on this side of the floor. And this one is going to be Cyclone ball after that one again. Chavez up at the top. She's going to give it to Lerma. Cyclones moving in, and a great steal inside from PAA. Looked like there was a hand in there, but great steal from Jalea Washington. She's really been a presence defensively this game.
And I was looking.
Arrington, same spot she made it from last time, just off. And then that one goes off of not the backboard. So that's going to be a turnover. Cyclone ball, 17 seconds left here in the third. 1-point lead for PAA. And the Cyclones looking to get this lead back before we get into the fourth. And that was another great deflection there inside from these PAA defenders. That one was Gianna Taravella and sent that out with authority.
Yeah, I was going to say that. That was a very nice deflection. She's not letting anything just go in easily. And now it's PAA ball. They're dribbling down the court.
Arrington at the buzzer! She made it!
Wow!
At the buzzer! 2 threes in the third for
I was so
Dejanay
shook, I didn't even say a
Arrington.
bang.
Oh my goodness. Arrington at the buzzer on the runner. What a three. What a three from PAA
Oh my gosh.
to extend this lead to 4 as we enter our fourth quarter. The PAA Phoenix 23, the Corwin Cyclones 19. 1 quarter left in our middle school basketball championship. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back with the fourth and final quarter. Welcome back, friends. Fourth and final quarter here from the middle school basketball varsity championship, live from Centennial High School. Brandon Samora, Kendrick Pierce here on the call for our final fourth quarter. 23-19 the lead for PAA over the Corwin Cyclones, and PAA with possession to start the fourth here. Big three, no good. Arrington still the only threes made for the Phoenix in this game, and the turnover moves it up the floor, and the Cyclones trying to hold possession, and that one's just going to roll out of bounds. Stay Cyclone ball here to start this fourth. 5:38 left in the fourth. 4-point lead for PAA.
And you know, Brandon, I would just like to point out the run that PA had in the third quarter compared to Corwin, and you know, Corwin only had 5 points compared to PA's 13. And, you know, those type of runs could really make or break a team. And I know for a fact that PA enjoyed and loved watching that run, you know. And I believe the third quarter was basically just a highlight reel for DeAndre Arrington, you know, making that tough lay and that tough last-second three-pointer.
Turnover for Bethy came off of just an out of bounds there on the baseline, and that one almost stolen away, and looks like we're going to get a jump ball there. And this one's going to be Cyclone possession. Cyclones trailing 4 here in our fourth quarter still. No baskets here made in the fourth yet. Inbound goes inside to Rios. Rios gets her own board, after the miss. Gets it again. That one's going to go out of bounds, but it's going to stay Corwin ball. Inbound here for the Cyclones. Trying to get something going offensively. It's been real late in these quarters where they've started to find their momentum, and that shot no good, but the whistle there, and it's going to be 2 shots at the line for the Cyclones here. Chance to cut it to 2. Jalea Washington, big point to watch there. She's been a great defensive presence. She just picked up her 4th foul. We'll see if Coach Washington takes her out or if she stays in with 5:04 left here in the fourth. And just again, just an outstanding, oh, this is our reaction to the shot at the end of the third. Just, we went absolutely insane there, Kendrick. I mean, what a shot there from Arrington. Made the second free throw, so cut it to 3, not 2. Cyclones now trailing by 1 possession,
And still PA ball. You know, they're dribbling.
Another great hustle play from Arrington underneath the basket to get that rebound. That one no good on the runner. Rebound goes to the Cyclones. 4:40 left here in the fourth. Inside, oh, another great defensive play inside from PAA. And that one poked out, no whistle. retaining the possession of the Cyclones, but then we get a whistle there after it was corralled by the Cyclones. See, I think this might be an out of bounds here. And another great defensive play. That one on the last possession for PAA was from Gianna Taravella, and that was an out of bounds whistle on the Cyclones. So this one's gonna go back to PAA. 3-point lead here in the fourth. 4:24 left in this fourth quarter. That runner is good. What a great shot there from the Phoenix. And that one, speaking of Taravella, she puts that one through for a great bucket there and extends this lead to 5.
You know, there's only limited time left in this fourth quarter to make a comeback, and you know, to be down by 5. PA's on this second half run, and you know, Corwin's trying to claw their way back, you know, but it's not looking like PA is letting up anytime soon.
They got to get it rolling, and what a fantastic bucket. Hanging on for dear life right on the rim there, Gianna Taravella. Just the right amount of touch. And that basket, in and out. Rebound goes to the Cyclones, and the putback is good for the Cyclones. Priscilla Lerma puts that one through, and she's got 8 tonight. Great performance from her. 3-point lead again for the Phoenix. 3:30 left in our fourth quarter. 3-point lead for the Phoenix. That one nearly intercepted, but Arrington gets the shot off. Shot misses, but a whistle there on the shot, and it's going to be 2 shots at the line for Dejanay Arrington. .22-25 here. 3 minutes left in our fourth quarter, and the first one goes in for Arrington. Back to a 4-point lead for the Phoenix. Mira Gonzalez checking in for the Phoenix. And that shot no good on the second, so 1 of 2 for Arrington. Still a 4-point lead for the Phoenix, and that one, like Kendrick's been saying, quarterback passes sometimes don't go your way, but I'm seeing that this one was tipped as it went out, and I think this is going to stay Cyclone ball, Kendrick.
And I honestly agree with that call. I do think that it was tipped, and I would give the call back to the Cyclones.
4-point lead here, and a great reaction there from those gals on the bench, and that shot is in for the Cyclones. 2-point lead for the Phoenix. Arrington taking it up, trying to move around there. That shot from the elbow falls for Arrington.
Wow.
Back to a 4-point lead for the Phoenix.
And, oh, wow. There was another half court maybe, or as I like to call it, a quarterback pass. But this time it rolled off a Pueblo Academy of Arts player, and it's still Corwin Cyclones ball.
Cyclones on the inbound here, and we'll get a great shot here. Oh my, again, just Arrington willing that in the basket. We knew she'd take control at some point, and she certainly has. We had a jump ball on the inbound, so this one is gonna go in favor of PAA, and we've got a timeout here on the floor. Fantastic game, 4-point lead for the PAA Phoenix over the Corwin Cyclones. We're gonna take a short break. We'll be back with the rest of the fourth quarter here on Bulldog TV. Welcome back, friends. Back here live from Centennial High School, our middle school girls championship here. Fourth quarter, 28-24, a 4-point lead for the PAA Cyclones. And just under 3 minutes left here in the fourth. 4-point lead for the Phoenix. And they retain the possession outside of the timeout. And that one in for Arrington again. Just absolutely willing this team to this 6-point lead. And the biggest lead of the second half for PAA. And that one goes out of bounds again on the Cyclone inbound. There's been a lot of out of bounds calls on these Cyclone inbounds, Kendrick.
Yes. And I would like to just point out, we said at the beginning of this game that this flow and this rhythm will be set from DeAndre Arrington of PAA, and that first half there wasn't really no flow there. There was kind of choppy. There wasn't really that much offensive schemes or anything for them. But oh my gosh!
Another one, another three from Arrington. It's raining threes here at Centennial, and it's courtesy of Dejanay Arrington. And that's her third. What a fantastic make. We had a stoppage there. Looks like we have a whistle. That is going to be a foul on Arrington. But again, just absolute sharpshooting from Arrington. That one from the top of the key. And that one, bang, bang, bang. Great threes from this PAA team. And Dejanay Arrington has been outstanding in this championship game. That shot missed inside by Rios. And a rebound for the Phoenix. Cyclones run out of time here in the fourth. They got to get some offense moving, and especially the way that this Phoenix team is moving. 1:44 left here in the fourth, but that turnover does help the Cyclones. Now down 7. This is a tough down 9, excuse me. Tough predicament for the Cyclones. They got to score, and they got to score quick here, Kendrick.
Now, if you're the Cyclone coach, Brandon, what is your offensive scheme? What are you running here?
There really hasn't been a flow here tonight, and I think you just got to get as many shots up now. That was a great offensive rebound inside from Rios. That three in and out. The Cyclones needed that one to fall, but again, the way that Arrington has been making those threes on offense, I feel like that's the way that Paloma Rios has been playing here on the boards for this Cyclone team. And we might have a timeout here for our Cyclones. And again, this is just a fantastic, fantastic showing from these teams. And we'll take a short break here in our fourth quarter. Be back with the end of the game here on Bulldog TV. Welcome back, friends. Fourth quarter here from Centennial High School in our middle school's girls basketball championship. PAA with a quick run here in the fourth, bringing up to a 9-point lead. Brandon Samora, Kendrick Pierce on the call on Bulldog TV, and an inbound here from PAA gets our fourth quarter moving again. And so PAA moving up the floor here. 1:16 left in this one, and we need a flurry of baskets from the Cyclones. That miss helps, but Cyclones are going to have to work quickly. 3 was missed there from the Phoenix as they still hold their 9-point lead here in the fourth. 1:10 left, 9-point lead. Kendrick, right now the Cyclones just need to score, and they need to score a lot.
I'm not even sure, man. Like, we're just going to have to see what happens.
And a big turnover.
Oh, no.
Arrington with a chance. Double digits. She gets it. 11 points to lead.
And I believe that is kind of the nail in the coffin.
Under 60 seconds. The Cyclones, oh, and there was
Some contact.
a contact. A hand went out for it, and it looked like that Marcelo Lerma pulled back there, but stays Cyclone ball. Cyclones on the inbound, and that one out of bounds there on the baseline, and the Cyclones needed points that possession. And the quarterback pass that Kendrick has been referring to all night, that time
it did work.
That time it works for Arrington, and a big bucket there, like we said, takes it to an 11-point lead for the Phoenix. And this one, under 60 seconds here, Kendrick, all but a formality here, but the Cyclones never, can always be baskets. Reggie Miller scored so quickly against the Knicks back in.
I believe that was what, 13 points in less than 20 seconds.
I'm, we're not saying it's over. We're saying it can still be done. That's what we're saying here. But
let's not forget T-Mac against the San Antonio Spurs when he was on the Houston Rockets. That was a time to be alive, even though I was not alive.
I was gonna say also, but fantastic. Shots at the line here for Corwin, and that one made there from Lerma. She has been the leading scorer tonight for the Cyclones, and she's been absolutely fantastic. As Joshua comes off, make a quick change here for the Cyclones. And 10-point lead here for the Cyclone, or for the Phoenix. 20 seconds left here in our fourth. This one to cut it to single digits. It misses, and the rebound goes to Arrington. Arrington with it for the Phoenix. Shot from the elbow. That one's no good, but the putback misses. Rebound stays Phoenix ball. Big three. Another offensive rebound for the Phoenix.
Man, that just kind of sums up how this second half went for PAA and DeAndre Arrington.
Long three.
That's where basket doesn't make it. But, I wouldn't be surprised if she did. And your D60 Girls Basketball City champions are the Pueblo Academy of Arts Phoenix.
35-25, the Phoenix finish this one off with a great fourth quarter flurry from Dejanay Arrington. An absolute showing from her, the game's leading scorer, and certainly one of the best middle school performers we've seen all season long. She's been fantastic and certainly led her team to a victory. Want to congratulate both teams on getting here to this point as well. Both these teams entering the game 8-1 with the only losses coming to each other. These were certainly the two best teams in all of the Pueblo middle schools here this season. Both of these teams deserve to be here, and there has to be a winner and there has to be a loser, but both these teams, fantastic seasons. These Cyclones need to hold their heads high. Kendrick, they played a great game, had a great season.
Yes, they did. This is a very good game. That first half was definitely theirs, but they had a lot of crucial mental mistakes in that second half. A lot of bad calls, with the ball, on and off the ball. Inbounding, there wasn't a lot of flow, there wasn't a lot of rhythm, and there wasn't a lot of rhythm, dribbling the ball, holding their feet down. There's a lot of travel calls, and that bites you in the butt.
Yeah, and we saw kind of the same start from the Phoenix, but they kind of got over it a bit quicker than the Cyclones. The Cyclones really never found their rhythm offensively. Leading scorer for the Cyclones was Priscilla Lerma. And we get the announcement here over the PA in our trophy presentation with District 60 Athletic Director, Mr. Aaron Bravo, and a fantastic moment for these girls from the Pueblo Academy of Arts, getting a big championship here and a huge win. These girls super deserving of it. Got to give a shout out to my boy Kevin Hernandez. He's a teacher at PAA. He told me he guaranteed this win this week, so I want to give a shout out to Kevin. He said he was guaranteeing this win. He knew these girls were going to pull it out, and they did. What an outstanding win from these PAA girls on the back of Dejanay Arrington, Mr. Kendrick.
Very much so.
Pictures here on the floor, and a huge win. We were so close. You wouldn't think of all these lead changes, all the everything we were going to, and we have an awesome interview down here on the floor. We're going to take a short break, and we'll get some great words right here back on Bulldog TV. And we have Bella down on the floor with our player of the game, Dejanay Arrington. Miss Bella, take it away.
Hello, everyone. I am here with
Dejanay.
And so I know you're in 8th grade, and this is like your last time doing basketball with your school. How do you feel being able to make it to the championships and winning?
It feels really good, and then I'd like to thank my teammates. Like defense, I want to be able to do it by myself, and it was really nice playing with this team.
That's amazing. So I know you made 20 with 3 massive threes. How do you feel doing all of that?
It feels really good, especially like the first half I was a little slower, and the second I started making them, and that helped a lot, and I'm happy my shots were on.
That's so amazing. So do you have anything you would want to say to your teammates as you're leaving and hoping they can make it here again next year?
I hope, I wish them all good luck. JV, I think they got it. They're really good. And then I wish all my other teammates going to high school good luck. And it was really fun playing with them again. So a good season.
Alrighty, thank you so much. Do you have anything else to say about this amazing accomplishment?
No, not really.
Not really? Okay. That's all we have. Now, back up to you guys.
Thanks, Bella. And we're going to get into some highlights here. Game full of highlights. That 10-point victory for the PAA Phoenix. We had a lot of threes, a lot of great hustle plays from both sides. And we're going to get into these highlights, Kendrick. Again, Arrington just absolutely took control in this second half. Just a walking bucket.
Yes, she did.
Just
she
a
was
walking
crazy.
bucket.
Very crazy, you know. You gotta respect the game. You know, she brings a lot of swagger, a lot of hustle to the game. You can tell that she loves it.
It's like you said, the hustle, man. She just plays with that swagger out there, just kind of going through the motions, and then bang, she hits the turnaround, or bang, she hits the run and three, and oh my goodness!
You know, she gives me like the vibes of like a 2013, 2014 Kyrie Irving.
I love the comparison. I love the comparison.
Kyrie Irving, you know, just fresh,
balling,
vibrant,
balling. Oh, love to see it. These Phoenix girls were getting after it tonight, and Arrington just led the show. That was that runner three to end the third, to send it to the fourth. Oh, and here's the live reaction. Yes! Yes, absolutely.
I couldn't believe it.
Awesome.
I had to touch myself to make sure I wasn't tripping or nothing.
Still here.
Yes, I was like, oh my gosh. There's been times where I've jumped out my chair. You know, that was about to be another time. But I had to make sure I wasn't lost within the game.
And the great assist there from Arrington to Gianna Taravella. And that bucket was good on the inside. Paloma Rios, not as many points as she's used to getting, but definitely a huge contributor to the Cyclones tonight. And again, just the swagger from Dejanay Arrington. Just that shot from the elbow. I mean, just you name it, she had it tonight. Long twos in the paint, the threes. Here's another one. Outstanding from Arrington. Someone, wherever, I wish that would have been a great question. Going to high school. Where is she going to high school? Wherever she's going to high school, they're going to get a fantastic player. They're
yes,
going to get a fantastic ball player in Dejanay Arrington.
Yes, they are. And just to think, she has 4 years as a high school student to develop her game even more. I could definitely see DeAndre going to college and playing basketball.
These girls, awesome performance tonight, Kendrick. I mean, so many of these girls out here, they're going to develop into awesome high school players. This is the future of our community. These girls are going to be playing high school ball for 4 years here in Pueblo, and they're going to be doing great things in this game. It lived up to the hype. Certainly, we knew these two teams were going to go into it. Super high scoring. We knew that they were going to have some awesome moments, some great scoring, some great defense, and I think we got everything as advertised with this awesome game.
Oh, yes. There was a lot of high scoring. There was a lot of high offense. You know, you coming and you telling me that DeAndre Arrington's the #1 star on PA. I was like, okay. And, I mean, she proved it tonight. There was nothing short of her not proving it. So.
And Coach Washington was very complimentary of her when we talked to him before the game. And going in, you know, I hadn't seen this team play before, and I said, okay, you know, kind of wait and see. In that first quarter, I was like, you know, I don't know what we're getting, but man, that second quarter on, she was money. And the threes, the running three, I mean, just outstanding. You know, you typically, especially at the middle school level, you don't see a lot of high percentage three-point shooting like that, because she didn't take too many, and she made the ones that she did, other than, you know, a couple misses or two there, but just an all-around fantastic performance.
She was really good, you know. And like you said, you know, you don't suspect a lot of middle school girls to be shooting a lot of three-pointers. So when she was taking those shots, I mean, she has to have a lot of confidence. You know, her coach trusts her. So, you know, that trust is this belt. And, you know, just she starts shooting, you just keep shooting. And I know for a fact that third quarter buzzer beater was a little bit of a heat check, but I know she had that confidence still, so.
She was rolling, and like you said, that was a heat check there. That was fantastic, and what a great game. Final from here, 10-point victory for the PAA Phoenix, ending their season 9-1, and the middle school varsity champions of District 60. Fantastic finish here tonight. Both these teams deserving to be here in this championship game. Corwin taking the loss, PAA with the big win and the solidification of this championship. We want to give a huge thank you to our team here tonight, our Bulldog TV staff list, all students here at Centennial High School. Fantastic performance from them in the production room. Technical director Charlie Martinez, audio Abel Salazar, graphics Jacob Sanchez, instant replay Ari Martinez, our awesome camera crew Sean Lee Slaughter, Kiki Keith, Giselle McMurtry, there we go. She tried to get me with that one. Lily Haynes on the handheld. Our scoreboard operators, Cam Cordoba and Philip Kiefer. For Kendrick Pierce, Bella Vigil down on the floor, and the almighty instructor for the Centennial Bulldogs, Mr. Jacob Lewis. I'm Brandon Zamora, and we are signing out on Bulldog TV from our middle school championship, the final 35-25 PAA coming out with the victory. And everyone, have a great night, and we'll see you in the next one.
This broadcast is copyrighted by Bulldog TV for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Bulldog TV's consent is prohibited.